heard Praveen. He is the technology officer of SteamCube. So other than Praveen, I'm also seeing Anish Kumar. Dr. Anish Kumar is our heading the science activities of the SteamCube company. So welcome both of you. And as guests, we have Srividya and Lada. These are the two teachers that I'm seeing. So welcome both of you for the time that you are spending with us to know about the STEAM Ambassador Program and how we are going forward with the program. So this program starts as indicated on the 3rd of April. So some seats are already filled, and we are expecting more teachers to join. The batch size would be limited to 30 numbers. Even if 30 numbers are not there, usually what we do is we go ahead with the training program, the ambassador program. We have conducted 2 batches very successfully, and our STEAM ambassadors are started performing. So what is performance in our terms, we'll be explaining shortly in this. Let me share my screen so that you will have a glimpse of the program and be comfortable. No, there is no strict priorities here. You can raise your hand at any time and ask me questions, and I would be happy to answer those questions for you. So the world over from 2014 has been speaking about STEM. And when I started STEM in 2014, obviously nobody knew it. There were a lot of questions coming back. And wonderfully, in all the schools, when we meet the school principal or the teachers, they don't have the time. But fortunately now, over the years, we have seen that a lot of transformations have happened in STEM program. STEM has become one of the most reputed, interesting, integrated way of learning. And this has got a lot of appealing now, a lot of recognitions. And there are universities which are conducting undergraduate and postgraduate programs on STEM. And even education departments of various universities have been into STEM research also. And I came to know about STEM, when I started my program with Melbourne University way back in 2011, 2012, when I was undergoing a program called 21st Century Teaching and Learning Assessments. The entire transformation is very, very lucrative, very attractive, and participating gives a lot of enthusiasm and vigor. There are a few STEM ambassador programs, but how we stand different, what is the specialty, etc., I'll just mention to you. The word STEAM is also an acronym which is very similar to STEM. STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Maths. Arts is the A part of it, which is the art subject as well as the design that we are doing in innovation. There are a lot of credentials to be given to the teachers or volunteers from the company. The participants can either be from the school, the teachers of the school, or it can be from company, working in a company who wants to become an ambassador and want to support the students. So we welcome them. And some governments, especially the UK government, has been conducting STEM program as an official program of the government. But unfortunately, in India, we don't have an official program for STEM from the part of the government. We're still waiting for that. And ambassador is one coinage that comes in, it's a huge recognition now. The motto of this program is very clear. We are trying to prepare students for the future world. So that needs to be explained properly. When you read, it's very, very simple, but you'll have to listen to the explanation. The world, the workplaces are changing. It has been changing before, but now the changes are rapid, very, very fast. So how your students, maybe a student who is attending your class in 6th grade, 7th grade, maybe in 10th grade. We do not know what is the future workplace. Because about 1.5 years back when we were speaking, we never knew that LLM would take a very important role in artificial intelligence. But today, LLM has become, large language models has become a very, very vital part of artificial intelligence. And now a new part of artificial intelligence is called generative AI. So we do not know exactly what is going to be the changes that happen tomorrow. So in that type of a confusing world, that's one side. The second side is the community or the world itself is facing a huge set of problems. It's highly complex. So the complexity of the problems on one side and the unfamiliar workplace on the other side, it's very challenging to prepare students to that world. So if you talk about 10 years back, you need to prepare a student to face the board exam. Now it is not that. It is particularly to make them successful in tomorrow's world. There, we need a lot of ambassadors. That's the aim of this program. And this is jointly developed by SteamCube from our side in India and Educomondo from Europe, from Belgium, where Belgium is very important when I speak because Belgium is a place where the European Parliament is. So this idea came as part of the G20 and Peter Steamers, who I would be introducing, got introduced through the program. And we were all having the same thought process. And we thought that this has to become a global program, but with an aim. And this is hosted on a wonderful platform, which we will be introducing to you. And this is a 5-stage learning platform, which is going to be giving a lot of importance to artificial intelligence and data science. And that platform is called STEM Class. And this program would be running, all our programs are running on this STEM Class, and STEM Class is a 5-stage teaching learning platform. I would say both teachers and learners can participate, but on a stage-by-stage way of doing the process. So I think you have understood what aim that we have. And
yeah, Joy sir, 1 second before you move in. I think Srividya has raised her hand. So Srividya, you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, sir.
yes, Srividya.
Yeah. So just wanted to understand, with this what you had been explaining, I think it gave some basic idea of what the program was. Maybe just keen to know, what do you mean by ambassadors, and who are basically the target people or whom we are kind of trying to, are eligible to take part in the program,
Yeah.
or is it more specific to the teachers and
No.
people
So
in
wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful. I understand your question, and I understand why you've asked this question also. I said, I am repeating again, there are, we are looking at a larger community, not only the teachers, Srividya, for your information. Teachers are the ones that is in the teaching process. So we have them already. Second part, equally important, is the people who come from the industries. For example, they've been working with industries, they have a lot of experience in the industries, but they want to come and give back to the society, helping the students. So we call them as volunteers from this society, from the corporate, from the industries. So ambassador consists of not only the teachers, it consists of the volunteers from the companies also, because you in particular, I understand you work with a company. You work for a longer time, you have been in positions. Now you want to understand what STEM is, STEAM is, and how you can become an ambassador. So we welcome people from the companies to come back. This is going to be a greater integration that is going to happen on a larger scale, not in a smaller scale. It's going to happen on a larger scale. So I think I've answered your questions. Can I move forward?
Yes. Yeah, yes, sir.
Now I also have Justil John from Edatwa. He is a STEAM ambassador, so he is also here with us. And maybe we will hear some good words from them in the minutes to come. So let me go forward and continue with the presentation. So I was talking about the two organizations that are at the behind of the show. Educomundo is an NGO actually. It's a not-for-profit organization where I'll be introducing the man behind, Peter Streamers. They are one of the knowledge partners who is trying to reduce the digital gap through various programs in Europe. So Educomundo is equal collaborator in this program. And from our side, SteamCube, we are one of the pioneers in STEAM education. Without making a lot of noise, we have been doing our work, shaping the future of education, preparing students for the dynamic workplaces. We are only good for that. So that's the two companies at the back of us. We have a goal which is highly ambitious. We want to support 1 million, which is 10 lakh studentpreneurs by 2030. Studentpreneur, as the word is, just explain. Being a student in a school, you have seen students in colleges becoming entrepreneurs or after colleges becoming entrepreneurs. But with Adult Innovation Mission, I've been working from 2018, where we are creating student entrepreneurs, while in classroom. So good testimonies are there with us. We'll be explaining. So we want to replicate that and make it a larger number. See, one thing is very clear. There are no sufficient jobs to be given by the government or sufficient jobs to be given by the companies. But who will give the job? It's going to be the entrepreneurs of the country who has to come forward with the jobs. So there is a huge risk in it. We will be discussing in all the programs that we go forward. But one thing I'm sure, it is only a majority of the jobs is going to come from the startups in India or in the world. So now itself you can see people, but there are a lot of risk in it. There are people going and joining in startups. So we need to understand what is the risk and how to take it forward. So the mission here is very clear. We want to empower both teachers, the educators in the sense, the people who are coming as the ambassadors to support studentpreneurs and learners, the studentpreneurs themselves. They need to embrace technology very deeply and understand what exactly innovation is. And we should, we should have that competency built in. The competency consists of knowledge, skill, and attitude. So we are taking this to the competency education framework. And when I say this, we are indirectly connected, or we are onto a framework which is called as PISA, PISA. PISA stands for Program for International Student Assessment, which is the flagship program for assessing the student education at the age of 15. How competent is a student in the core literacies like reading, science, and maths. So we are preparing the students to become highly competent, and only these competent students can become successful people in the future marketplace. This is the coinage. So this is the goal. This is the mission. So as a team, the ambassadors who are getting with us, with the people like Praveen, who are all experienced from the industry. So we'll all work together and make this happen. 1 million studentpreneurs by 2030. It is not just a course. They have to prove that they have a product. They have been solving the problems of the people around, and they have been generating income. And that means the product is liked by the people. So this is a huge goal, huge mission that we are keeping forward. And we are very confident that we are able to achieve from the examples that I'm going to show you. This is the team. At present, this team gets growing. We are bringing about 150 years of technical as well as learning and development experience to be hand-holding to the ambassadors that are coming in. So we have from the alphabetical order, Abhilash Gopalakrishnan. He worked with ABB as a system designer, a system manager. And he is one of the facilitator for the program, which is going to start from April 3rd. And he is at present doing his research. So he is not officially working anywhere, but he is supporting us through this program. Then we have Dr. Anish Kumar, who is on this call. He is a nanotechnologist, and he worked with AkzoNobel, a paint company from Europe. and he is now settled in Ernakulam. So he is with us. He is heading our science department, science wing actually. We call it science wing, and he has been creating a wonderful program called to enhance the competency level in science, which is a course which will be introduced in April, which is Earth and Science Systems. It's a wonderful course that is coming up. We are coming up with different type of courses. We are not only into technical courses, technology courses. We have wonderful science courses. We are expecting a lot of computer science and mathematics programs and courses to come in. On this call, we also have Justin John. As I mentioned, he is a science teacher with a lot of remarkable experience. He was one of the bronze certified teacher from the first batch, the STEAM Ambassador program, which we started 3-4 years back. And he is a proven STEAM Ambassador, and he is also with us to share some of his experiences. He is in a place called Edatwa in Alapura. So those people who know Alapura is Kuttanad, and it's one of we call it as backward. For me, it is one of the most forward areas. So Justin John is also in the call. And I worked with Vodafone Alliance and also in the education. I also worked with Komatsu. Now I'm also a selector for 2 wonderful scholarship programs called RISE for the World, which is a scholarship which is run by Rhodes Trust and Skimmit Futures. And I'm also a selector for Ellison's, which is a coming up program from Oxford. And Peter Streamers, the man behind Educomondo, he worked with Intel, he worked with IBM. He's a very passionate developer for electronics and a good marketer. And Praveen, who is also on this call, Praveen Manian, he is our CTO. He worked with Accenture as artificial intelligence manager for 16 years. So he is heading the technology, and the platform which we are using is all done by him. So these are some of the experts that are going to be there with you. So Srividya, coming back to you, there are a lot of industry people going to support the learning. So as I am iterating again and again and confirming that it's going to be a joint activity between the corporates and because many of the corporates will be coming forward as to support this program. So there will be a lot of involvement in this. When I go forward, you will understand. So this is the type of experience that we are bringing for this program. So this is very important for an ambassador program. So to go forward, let me tell you the strategy that we are using. All the solutions that we are going to use and we are going to teach are all cutting edge solutions, which are the latest ones. And the platform itself, the STEM class platform itself, as I mentioned, it's a 5-stage teaching and learning platform where, when I explain those stages, you will understand how this platform can help to mold a teacher, volunteer from the corporate, or a student who is learning to become a studentpreneur as quickly as possible. And this is a proven exercise that we are going to replicate. And also, we have integrated AI tools because Microsoft has been. We are in one of the programs of Microsoft. We have integrated many of the AI tools for this platform, and also in all the subjects that we are, the courses that we are taking, AI tools have been heavily used. And our teachers who are in the ambassador program, or the volunteers who are going to come into the ambassador program, and on the other side, the learners, the students, the favorites from 6th grade to 12th grade, all will be mastering the integration of AI tools through our program. And STEAM, as it is defined, it's an interdisciplinary approach. From the word itself, you will understand science is a discipline, maths is another discipline. You are integrating with science with maths, along with technology, engineering, and arts. So it's a highly successful interdisciplinary approach. That's why we focus on STEAM. And we are also introducing AI as a subject in the course. So that's it. And the pathway to top universities is ensured through this program. For a student who is here successful as a studentpreneur, I am sure this particular student will be very close to getting admissions into the top universities of the world. So we will talk about what are the roles and responsibilities of an ambassador from the point of view of a teacher or a volunteer. And then you will understand how this pathway becomes very easy. The transition becomes very easy. As I told you, it's a 5-stage platform, teaching platform. So for let's understand this very clearly, because a student is spending the vital time of a day, the most precious time of a day in a school. And the school is where the curriculum is put into practice. There is a pedagogy and there is a set of subjects to be practiced. There are examinations, there are board examinations. So we don't stand outside, we start with the academics. So we first measure how the teaching and learning is happening using STEM class. So that's why the first stage of teaching has to start from the classroom. Whether the student is good in understanding the topic concept and also is able to demonstrate the skills and knowledge that he has acquired through various subjects like science or maths, social science, or second language, mathematics, any core subject that the student is learning. So the first is we give importance to how that can be measured, assessed, and whether that goes. So if it is a school that is partnering in this program, naturally the academics will get measured. So that's the first stage. And when a student is good in this, and then the student has a lot of time to learn courses. When I say courses, these are all technological courses. The first course is the course that you are trying to go in, which is competency in microcontrollers. It's a basic electronic course. So that itself is a course. We have science courses, we have design courses, we have other literacy courses, we have a lot of technology courses. So the student gets, based on the interest, the student can move into any course and start learning through this platform. So once the student learns these courses and the academics properly, then you come to the central part of the program. In the picture, the central part is the projects, which is the heart of this program. And here, the project is, the student can select a complex problem and then start, based on his desire and passion, he can start addressing it. We look at 4 stages. One is the focus and research that is involved in the project. Second, the design and the plan that the student is making to complete the project. And finally, the act and reflection of the society, the community where his solution is being driven. So these are very, very important as far as SteamCube is concerned and the studentpreneur journey is concerned. So as an ambassador, when you get trained through the courses, you will be leading the student through the courses to the projects. And each student, we have examples like a student doing 1 and even 2 projects in a year. So he gets a lot of time to do that. And we have studentpreneurs who are not taking any pain to go for any tuition. All that is studied in the classroom, gets properly sorted out, and he is able to demonstrate, and he uses the best part, evening part, to do courses, which is a personality development. So, and then he moves into the project. That's the central part. And from projects, we'll decide which internship he has to move and do during the vacation, a 10-day or 15-day internship into a company. So we will be sending to them to the partners, and they will be happy to receive them for the internships. And they will really know what exactly is happening in the workplace, even when the student is in the mid school or in the high school, secondary school. So that's the validity of valuation of internships being conducted. And from there, the student iterates and iterates the project to make a solution. And then he becomes a remarkably innovator with a revolutionized solution being built. So, again, the next year he goes back to the academics. That's why the chain is continuing. So in 7th standard, it does this same cycle. 8th standard, he repeats. 9th standard, he repeats. You can just imagine the confidence and the innovation, the 21st century skills that are built in the student, and he moves into the colleges through various admission processes where our ambassadors are going to handle them. So this exactly is the 5-stage teaching process, for which the measurements are done on a platform which is called as STEM class. And now this ambassador program that you are trying to join, as the answer to Srividya's question again, where educators and industry professionals, they come together, they champion for a purpose, they have understood what exactly STEAM is, how the best you can integrate, what role technology plays, how you can make your students to engineer. You may be a computer science teacher, you may be a maths teacher, but you need to see that the integration properly happens. And then, ambassadors, really the people who equip these students with the skills, knowledge, and mindset, which is very, very needed for a fast-paced workplace of today. And, as I told you, the STEAM Ambassador program, let me speak specifically about the program. The program that you are trying to enter in is the first level of the 4-level certification program. Every level is certified, and it's very disciplinary approach that we have. And on successful completion of each level of the course, you get certified. So the first level is bronze, then you move to silver, gold, and platinum. So this will reflect on your pages, and your schools, if they run the STEM class or are partnering with SteamCube, naturally your badges will reflect on the pages. So this is a very comprehensive certification course, and it has, as I told you, 4 levels where a lot of hands-on training is executed, and the instructions are done by experts in the field, and you have a lot of networking opportunities which you start basically from the initial days like today, and you get continuous support. See, once you finish a bronze level, that's why Justil sir is here today. He has been hand-holded and supported continuously for all the years. That's why remarkable successes has been coming year after the year. So this is a wonderful program. This is the only program which it takes you through all these steps that I am describing here. So it will enhance the teaching skills. It will enhance the hand-holding skills. As a teacher, as an ambassador, you are specifically advancing your careers, and we want people to advance in positions within the company or the school. And we will have access to lots of resources. Industry will recognize you, the school will recognize you, and there's a huge impact which is created on students, which I am seeing through the STEM ambassadors, the STEAM ambassadors. To be particular, these are the 4 levels. In bronze, we start with microcontrollers. Why microcontrollers? Because microcontrollers are the brain of every equipment, every instrument that we are going to use. And we are going to greatly depend on lots of instruments, machines around us. And microcontrollers and microprocessors are the brain. So we call it as this course is called competency in microcontrollers, the knowledge required based on a microcontroller, sensors getting attached, or motors that is being used, or cameras, everywhere, the programming side. So the subject knowledge as well as the way that you have to use it, the skill behind, the attitude, all these things becomes the competency. So this is called competency in microcontrollers. I am sure that you complete this program successfully, you are really taking a huge leap in the ambassador program. So that's why we place it as the first program, and we ensure that teachers or volunteers that come into the program are properly practicing it, understanding it. And why I'm saying it repeatedly, because even in a BTech institution or a college, you will see that students are going out and taking projects on a paid basis. They get projects done in that manner, and they get certified as a BTech or an MTech, and they're worthless for the industry. So we are very particular that hands-on is properly practiced. And I'm sure that we have a wonderful way of teaching online. We have been practicing it from COVID, and we have iterated, made it correct, and now we can say that we are adepts or experts in online. We don't permit anybody to sit with their videos closed. That means we are ensuring that you have a broadband connection, you have a dual band modem which is used, and you are able to successfully interact with others. Without travel, sitting in the comfort of your home, you are able to learn in the proper manner. And this is a very, very important step that we have taken. So bronze comprises one of the foundational programs for the ambassador. And once you are certified, you are automatically eligible to go into the next, which is competency in MicroPython, where you will be visualizing the data using Python programming. So that's the silver level. And with these two, you automatically get a hold on robotics also. So you can also do projects in robotics, AI and robotics. So that level, we ask you to move to the gold level, which is during the gold level, we are ensuring that you start creating studentpreneurs. You start making other teachers to practice STEAM. So there are certain there are certain benchmarks for that. One studentpreneur, at least a proven student. So I'll be talking to you who is a studentpreneur, so you will understand. And teachers who can become STEAM ambassadors. And there is a STEAM course which will be put in at that place. Integration of the STEAM course. We really want you to practice science based on the PISA 2025 science framework, 2022 maths framework, and 2018 reading framework. So that's the latest frameworks that we would be practicing. And this will ensure that every studentpreneur created by you, every teacher that follows your path becomes a proper STEAM practitioner. And then finally, the platinum, which is the highest level for us, we ensure that you are creating more than 3 studentpreneurs, more than 3 teachers. So that becomes a routine every year. You start repeating and you create a huge set of people. And this becomes a huge recognition, both in terms of your position as well as in terms of your reward. So it's a wonderfully designed, wonderfully set, something that is actionable, practicable programs for all 4 levels. These are the 4 levels. And this presentation is available to you. You can go through that. See, the program, as I told you, the ambassador program, the bronze program is competency in microcontrollers. It's a foundational knowledge. So once you are able to get it, then you are into the mindset changes. And you will really enjoy becoming a STEAM practitioner because it's full of hands-on, real-world applications. A lot of experts will be interacting with you. There's a value for the certification that you create. Okay, so these are the 4 very important things to be known. Let me give you a quick glimpse on the program, which starts on April 3rd. It is a 3-month program. Every week, we have either a facilitator with you on an online meeting like this, or the instructor, Peter Streamers himself, will be there with you once in a fortnight. So if today is the instructor delivering, the next week will be the facilitator supporting on the program. Again, it will be the instructor, facilitator. That's the way that we go forward. And for this program, we have Justin, John, sir, and Abhilash, from the industry and from the teaching faculty fraternity to support as facilitators. There are 21, including the interaction video lessons, which is now the video lessons are getting more and more important because we have started using AI to translate this. A lot of live web sessions. As I told you, every week you will get a web session. And there are a lot of skill tracking and dedicated STEM class platform for you. A lot of knowledge application and challenge skills tracking. A lot of things will be tracked, including your attendance. There are global cohorts because all these people are going to interact with you. And if you don't have a kit, we are also ready to give you a starter kit at an affordable price. And you start with Arduino, then you can start using other things also, other microcontrollers also. Basically, you start with C programming and then we move forward. So you will also understand the benefits of programming and the troubleshooting on this environment, IDE, which is Arduino environment. So this way you get very competent to become into the bronze ambassador program. So every program, as we said, get certified.
Sorry, Joy, sir. Sorry to interrupt. I think Srividya has one question. So Srividya, you can unmute and ask.
Sorry, thank you, Ravi. So can you please explain on the kits? I think you mentioned something. If we have some kits already, we can use or something like that. So what do you exactly mean by that?
See, so each program, you take the competency in microcontrollers. There are 20 modules plus a preparation module. Okay, the 20 modules you will be doing hands-on. When you want to do hands-on, you need certain components like microcontroller is one. There are starters which are used in the program. There are sensors. There are motors. There are other breadboards and other things, small things that you need to use. There are two ways of looking at it. If your school or if you personally have a kit, you can understand what are the lessons that we are involving. So you can source your own kit. That's one way of it. The second way is to keep a kit with you. So if your school does not have a kit, we always advise you to keep a kit. We have imported kits for this purpose, which Peter is using to teach. The same kits are available. It's called Key Studio kits from China. So these kits are available at a very affordable price, and you can also avail them. So option is yours. So without
So it does not
these
come
components.
as part of the course. Yeah, it does not come as part of the course, but as per
because
interest, we can buy them.
if you,
Yeah.
Yes, Srividya, it's part of the course because if you want to do hands-on, it's not just listening to the lecture and keeping away.
That's what
You have to do the hands-on. So if you want to do the hands-on, you need microcontroller, you need breadboards to connect wires, isn't it? Sensors, motors, etc. For which you need to develop your own. If you are becoming a STEAM ambassador, I would advise you to have a small, what is called a small lab in your home. So at any time you can start. That's the way our people. You ask all these people. Even our student pruners have a wonderful lab at home. So that's the way that you do. And remember, these are all educational kits. But when your students are wanting to move from educational kits to industrial sensors and more microcontrollers and all that, we have experts like Abhilash and Peter who will suggest you which are the good industry products to be used when you do the projects for your students who are going very close to STEAM ambassador. I have good examples to tell you. I think you have understood what we meant by that. Okay.
Yeah.
So coming back to the presentation, as I told you now, see, a lot of practical skills are required. So when a teacher or when you are a volunteer and you are standing in front of students, they may always like to replicate what you are doing. So the practical skills are very, very important in this. Second is we are ensuring that you are given the highest level of professional development. And most importantly, even if you are a volunteer from a company or going to a school, you will very well know how to integrate into any curriculum, CBSE or ICSE or IB or any curriculum we can integrate, because every curriculum is designed based on the PISA standard. The national education policy is a result of the PISA standards framework. So once you are clear with the PISA framework, it's very easy to integrate into curriculum. So that's team integration. Then you will also understand the industry relevance. I'll give you a quick example. We are very short of good coders, developers, because that needs a lot of industry relevance or understanding how to become a good product developer. So most of the people who are getting educated, graduated, go into service industries, and they are facing a lot of problems in it. But how good they are into making a product, that's more important. So everywhere, every industry, based on the projects that the students are doing, we will make them understand how industries are going to be useful for them, where they need to work, and the ambassadors are also having full knowledge. And also full knowledge on the scholarship programs, admission practices of various top universities. So they become advisors. The teacher becomes, in multiple roles. The teacher has to be very good in content creation, very good in instructing, very good in facilitating, very good in mentoring, very good in advising. That is admission counseling, college counseling. So these are all very much required for the ambassadors. So that's the way the ambassadors are developed. and you will also understand to teach in an innovative way. So these are the basic things that go behind the certification program. So all these things are available on our website. We have given a detailed write-up here. Don't think that it is overlooked by words here. Please take time to read them, because what I am seeing in teachers, I'm not complaining, but I would like to see that teachers read this, understand this, and come into our program, because our journey will be very, very smooth. Volunteers also read this properly, and you have all the things to understand basically here. And you should take the time to read. How much time would you require to read? I mean, very little, isn't it? But that takes a lot of it's a mindset change that is happening when teachers start reading this. So this is something that I would like to encourage you. So the kits also are available here. We have given a detail about the kit, the starter kit.
Sorry to interrupt, Joyce. Are you sharing your screen on the? I think
sorry.
the screen share is stopped. Yeah.
Thank you, Praveen. And then, yeah, this is the home screen where you will find all those details that I've spoken about. Please take time to read. Okay, that's something that I would ask you to do. And our programs are highly connected with SDG 4 and SDG 7, because partnership with schools is something we are doing. So that's one thing, and the quality education. And we are preparing schools for the age of AI. And this is the program where you are coming in, STEAM Ambassador program. So there's a huge scope for STEAM ambassadors. A lot of things are, as you go up, a lot of new things get introduced to this. A lot of details are there about the kit that I'm speaking. We are not, let me iterate, we are not particular that it should be this kit. If your school has a lab, if you have other kits, it can be the same. But these are the components you can go through. These are the lists of components that are required for this program. And this is the microcontroller. There's a difference with the ordinary and the Key Studio Plus that we are using. So those advantages can be taken care of. So go through this, and let me take some more time to look at the home page. I am so happy to tell that we have a STEAM ambassador with us. He'll be speaking to you soon. And I'm also very happy to introduce a student pruna. His name is Madhave Nair. He belongs to he is in 9th standard in Kendriya Vidyalaya in Kadavantara, Ernakulam. And he is the owner of 4 products. He started the journey with us in the 6th grade, 5th class vacation onwards. And by now he knows, if you look at his profile, you will be astonished to see the type of knowledge he has on research, doing research on programming, he has a product called POCMID, which is developed using Flutter. And I've seen him doing Flutter much better than the people who are working in companies. So he's good in SDGs and the projects. He has been doing 1 or 2 projects every year. And this is a boy which does not go for any tuition, please understand. And why the world is so mad, I don't know. You will have to ask yourself. And we are trying to create these type of extraordinary people who can land into the top universities. And they can go forward. So this is it, and I'm not taking more time because I need 2 people to speak here. If you have questions, one way is to come and answer your questions. I would request now Anish, Dr. Anish, to open your video so that we can all see you. And proudly, he is, as I told you, he is a nanotechnologist. Very active in his profession, and he has proven himself. And now he is the head of our science wing, which is coming up. And I would encourage everyone to learn the course that he's bringing out, the Earth and Science system that's properly getting introduced, which will take you to space and huge programs in future. Anish, good evening. And one more thing I would like to tell, he is the father of Madhave Nair, our student program. That's the journey with us. So first, just son came to us. and then now he is also a part. That's the way that we work, very close knit. And Anish, can you tell us your son becoming a student pruner, because Madhav is not available, so you can speak on his behalf and give a
Yeah,
small testimony of how you need to shape students.
yeah, sure. Yeah, it all started, just after the COVID period. Like he started his first project with, Joy Jacob sir. So after that, it was a wonderful journey, and he is actually, he started with doing very basic projects, but after this introduction or after this mentorship from Joji Jacob sir, he completely changed, and he is now working with almost like the latest technologies in coding. Like sir already mentioned, he's right now doing with the Flutter and those type of framework, and also with the microcontrollers and all that thing. So actually, it transformed a lot, and the design thinking way of working, and also doing the doing learning with the projects, that actually give him a lot of confidence in doing things. So he's right now kind of a problem solver. So you just give him a problem, and he can develop a solution by himself. And also it's so learning can be transformed by doing things like this, and we need to guide them with a certain channels, and giving them the proper way of doing things, and making them understand how to do things. It will really transform their life, and I'm really seeing in Madhav. So I'm really proud of that, and I want to see other students can also pick up like this. So I think that should be the way forward. So yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Yeah.
You wanted to say something else? More?
Yeah. Right now, like sir already mentioned, like I'm working on a module. So I was working with AkzoNobel. So I have almost 15 plus years of experience in the industry, with more than 30 publications and 1 patent. So I was working for the global division of AkzoNobel, working in the research and development field, mainly on color technology and developing optical models and stuff like that. So it was a mix of hardware, software, and the process basically. So that was my experience, and right now I'm also working as a consultant related to analytics and also color technology. But coming to the course, right now I'm developing a course on Earth and Space System. So this is based on the PISA 2025 Science Framework. So we are developing it. We started developing it, and our aim is to introduce this to the prospective candidates somewhere in April. So we are developing the content. So this will be a course that cover almost everything about the Earth and Space System in 7 modules. So I think it will be a a wonderful session with that will give a lot of insight about the Earth and Space System, especially in the point of view of the the PISA 2025 Science Framework. So that's the idea. So I'm really looking forward to roll out that program and work together with the people.
Yeah. So that course, the glimpse of the course, etc., will be available on our website soon. So I encourage all of you to take a look at the course and ask your students, because as a facilitator, you can introduce the course to as many students who really want to move in their career as a student pruner.
Yeah.
So I think thank you, Anish, for the good words and short introduction. Now let me also invite Justil sir to unmute, and then he can also share some of his experiences with us. Justil sir, if you can hear me. Now, he is in the bronze level. As I said, he belongs to Edatwa, an interior Kuttanad area. And Justil sir will, yeah, nice seeing you, Justil sir, again. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Joy sir, for inviting me to this meeting. and I am also too much excited to taking as a role as a facilitator in the the teacher training program conducted by SteamCube Private Limited. Joy sir gave me a brief introduction about myself, but I also want to introduce myself. Myself, Justil K. John. I'm a middle school science teacher in St. Aloysius Higher Secondary School. It's a government aided school in Alappuzha district. And we also have a beautiful adult tinkering lab. It's also designed by Joji Jacob sir. I started my journey as a teacher in St. Aloysius Higher Secondary School since 2019, and that was a normal teaching style. Okay, at that time, normal teachings, normal classrooms, and normal school engagements. But when I accidentally joined taken the charge as ATL in charge, at that time I was totally blank how to teach and what to teach and what to teach study how to study all things, and I am also unable to, I am and also at that time I was what do you say don't know about the what is Arduino board also. At that time, Joy sir came with an idea that a STEM ambassador program that made me huge transformations in my life, and his motivations and excellent classes that make too much useful in my life journey. Due to that, we made too much success in our school. We got what to say state government SCRT Mega Award and one national competitor, Inspire national competitor. And this year also we got 4 Inspire Idea competitor also. And this was everything. God grace. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Justice sir. It's very good to hear from you like this. Two things that I want to mention again. One is he has already represented Studentpreneur as a program with the state government, and he has made a presentation with the state government, and his school started practicing Studentpreneur with some of the students there. We got a batch of students in Studentpreneur. So second is last year we had one student going up in the national level for Inspire Monarch, and he was able to exhibit his product in New Delhi in front of distinguished guests like ministers and the NCRT people. Now this year we have 4 students who are coming in the first level. They will receive 10,000 each. As to make their prototypes. So they are working on the prototypes now. So that's really a journey of a instructor to facilitator. Now Justil sir will be one of the facilitators in the course that is going to come from April 3rd. So you will always be hand holding and sharing your experiences with the new people that will join. So this is thank you very much, and this is a very good introduction that you've given us. Now, I put it open to all of us here, whoever wants to speak, you can speak. And Praveen, if you have anything to speak, you can speak. And Srividya and Lada, both one from the company, one from the teacher faculty. Lada teacher is from the Kendra Vidyalaya, but she is in Thrissur. That's what I understand. And Srividya is from Chennai, and she has been working with companies. And Srividya, you can speak about yourself, and Lada also can speak about yourself.
Yes, sir. So this is Srividya here. I work with I have been working with multiple companies, so like Infosys, Accenture, and currently with the Standard Chartered Bank. Okay. So my current role is in terms of a training manager, and I'm doing a role of a training manager. So I handle the complete organization's trainings department as in, right. So that's my work experience as in. So how am I here today is. So I had been parallelly working or doing some kind of an research in terms of these STEM areas, right? So I had been working with some companies who do STEM with robotics. I mean, not with robotics, but with aeronautics kind of stuffs and all. So I basically wanted to get myself more knowledge in this area. And I also work with students and trying to get myself more in the school segments, right? So that is where I'm here. I thought I'll get to know how this program is and how I can make some impact or some change in the community as in. So that is the overall picture about myself. And couple of questions here. So first thing is. So say we joined the program and we learned the first program, that is in terms of the microcontrollers, right? So I think you said it gives the basic fundamentals and the foundation of everything in terms of a STEAM concepts, right? So with this, so as a STEM ambassador, what is the expectations from us? Like, so are we expected to kind of reach out to students and practice STEM with them, STEAM with them, or what is the basic expectations, or what, how does it basically what is the output or action out of this program, right? So that is something that I would like to understand something more
So
on that.
unfortunately, Srividya, we are at the short of time, so we'll have to close the meeting at in another 2 minutes. But you can connect with me. I will explain. The shortest is there are a lot of things that you can do, and Justil is one example who is sitting in front of you. We are not expecting, but the students in Chennai would expect a lot of things out of it, I'm sure. And with that, we will speak more about. I know you have a lot of questions. Let us connect, and I will be able to answer them all one by one.
And one quick thing, the STEMCube website, I'm not able to open it. So
Yeah,
if you have an URL, if something, mail can be sent with all the details. Yeah,
I will send the link to you, because
sure.
the HTTPS and www is important. So I'll send the link to you, so you can
Sure.
you can connect. Leda teacher, if you can also talk before we close.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lata, and I've worked in various domains. Presently, I'm working with KV as a computer teacher. As far as I'm concerned, coming to this particular program is basically because when I'm helping my children with the projects, it is a little bit difficult for me because I'm basically into programming, no hardware background for me. So, like my children have been till the national level of NCSC. And also last year, one of the child had got the Inspire. He was selected, but since I've transferred, I could not guide him further. So, but again, this time also there was they had been into the different science exhibitions and all. They were into robotics. They had created a lot, so I could guide them. I could tell them the ideas. I could help them with the syntaxes and programming Python. But as far as the technical part of it was concerned, the microcontrollers and all was difficult for me. So I thought it will be good for me to just join in a particular course so that I can enhance my skill levels to help them. That's that's basically.
Yeah, good.
And we don't even have the Atal lab, so we don't have that particular provision.
Okay.
It may come in subsequently, but till by that time I should be prepared, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, thank you all. Because of the short of time, I know everybody wants to speak a lot. Sorry, I've taken a lot of time to speak. Otherwise, you would have got time to speak. But I will be answering all your questions through various channels that we are connected. And looking forward, don't wait for the time, because once you're convinced, you quickly register yourself and be because there are a lot of preparations that we can do before April 3rd. So thank you very much for your valuable time once again. Wishing you all the best, and be looking forward to see you in the STEAM family.
And yeah, so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Joseph, for having this. And team, if you have any further queries, we have another webinar scheduled for the next week. It's in the morning time of India. So we will be publishing the registration link there. So if you're interested, you can register there, again join in, and then ask if any more questions that you have, right? Or use any other channels, as Joji mentioned, to communicate with us and then get your things cleared. Yeah. So thank you very much, and we are very much thrilled to see you the next program starting up, and thrilled to see more ambassadors and studentpreneurs from our program. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Bye.